It stands for Pocket Monsters, and there is for
Is that true?
And yes, it,
Yes.
God.
Yes, George.
Is that true?
Yes.
Ready? Oh, your head's backwards again. God, both of your heads backwards again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to MetaZoo with you, America's most favorite MTG podcast. I'm, of course, joined by the man who loves defending $350 booster boxes, Josh.
What's up, everyone? I'm not offending them. I'm just correct.
I think
You're defending them.
I think he
defending
meant to,
them.
Yeah, I think he meant to say defending.
I said defending them.
I heard offending.
Comment section, get it started
Get 'em.
early.
Get 'em.
Did George start with
Get 'em,
offending
internet.
or
No,
defending?
he
Get 'em,
defended $350 booster boxes.
Yes, that is what he did.
I am also joined by Louis to George. Oh, the shirt. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch.
I love that it's not on you because it won't fit on you.
It'll definitely fit on me.
Louis' stuff is going around today. Look at that.
Don't call me fat.
He finally sent it. Oh, congratulations, Josh. Congratulations. And we are joined by George, who is
Owner of a Brass Fans Will t-shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'm jealous. I'll have to get you to send it to me before you get all the offers for it from the podcast, which is fun.
I put it in the Discord.
No, come on, man. I want it. I'll wear it. I'll wear the shirt.
George, I'll trade you a Dominaria United collector box for it.
Close.
I'll do that too.
Wait a minute now. No, I'm torn.
You wanted to do a list of things I would trade Dominaria United collector boxes for? Because we could do a whole podcast.
That's good content.
All right, let's tell people.
There's a great book called What Money Won't Buy.
A
That'd be
meatball sub.
Let's tell everyone what we're talking about today. Oh,
Pineapple Truly?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What? Heck yeah, dude.
What?
We're
Oh
matching.
my God. Oh my. All right. All right. It's been a great podcast. I'll see y'all next year. Season 3.
This was my lunch, truly, though. I'm out. They're delicious and they're in my fridge, and I work from home. And so, like, I'm in the middle of something.
You work from home as I drink Trulies for lunch.
All right, let's before you click away from the podcast, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment on what George said.
No.
And let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
Run.
We're going to talk about the Festival in a Box, the secret layer that just came out. Yeah, I put that one first. We're going to do complete bundles to 1K. George's favorite. Masters, Commander Masters, or Lord of the Rings set. Which one is going to be better? We're all going to give you our hot takes on the whole shebang. Cryptic Wave 2. We're going to talk about my tournament this past weekend for the largest Cryptic tournament on the
only because you used the people from my other podcast to rig your numbers. This was rigged. You used my better podcast to boost your numbers up.
There you go.
Sore loser.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Sorcery. They're shipping their boxes. We're going to talk about
They're pre-shipping their boxes, right?
We're going to talk about
Palletizing.
Lorcana PSA 10 set sold for $35,000.
Cheap.
And then we have an attack. We have our first guest of season 2, everyone. Unless you consider George a guest. Our first guest of season 2, Stacks, is joining us to talk about the MetaZoo event this past weekend.
Are you going to ignore Josh making it rain?
Oh, did he make it rain? I didn't see
He
that.
made it rain.
Did he make it rain fat Stacks?
He did.
I'll have to
In
catch
honor
that.
of Stacks, dude.
You called me fat and Stacks fat in the first 10 minutes of this podcast.
All right, let's get started with the Festival in a Box. So,
Best product of the year.
best Magic product of the year, everyone.
Best Magic product of the year
Right here.
2023.
Hopefully it's still available for those of you who are watching in the morning. This is a $270 secret layer. And you might be like, oh, that's expensive, but it does come with 3 booster boxes. So if you want boxes below, cost for stores, this is your best bet. I mean, this is it. And you get a convention edition box, which is super cheap.
Which is way below our cost, as we can't buy it at all.
That's true.
So that's way below our cost.
Those things are going for like $240. I'm sure they will not be going for $240 in like 3 weeks after this, gets shipped. But you get 2 draft boxes, a Phyrexia box and a Brothers War box. So if you want to hang out with your friends,
that draft.
I'm pretty sure I said that. but if you want to hang out with your friends and do a draft, I think this is actually a really great purchase and a great buy. And then some super cool cards. These are I have a commander deck with 2 of them, and that's the main reason that I bought them. You've got Alea, and what's the other one I have is Zur Sun Triplets. Cool artwork. What do you guys
Very
think?
cool artwork. I think the artwork on those weird kitschy cool artworks, like the poster style that they've done like this in the past, I think they're great binder bling. I think they look really good in binders. I don't know if I'd play them, but they look really good.
They I agree. First off, I play them, I like them, and I am part of the problem. They are not Magic cards, so they
look nothing like a Magic card.
Like, where's the casting cost on this card? Like on the Sun Triplets, it's like in the middle on the right on the bottom.
Think about the Shark Typhoon that was like the movie poster.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That was so good.
It looks cool, but like, it's interesting. It would be interesting to see this if like Modern or like main Magic was actually the main format and it wasn't Commander. Like, because the main format for Magic right now is Commander, it makes things like these like available and possible because it doesn't really matter, right? Like, it's not on the field. It's not on
what do you think, Josh?
I don't understand.
If this were real Magic, what do you think, Josh?
I don't understand what you're getting at. I think it's because you don't play 4 of them, so you don't have like 4 different versions.
No,
of the same deck, or
like, I think when you're playing like a tournament, like a Modern 5K,
which nobody does according to YouTube, but go on.
Well, like, and let's say Send Triplets was in the format, which is like nobody runs Send Triplets in Modern, right? And you were playing and somebody put this on the field, you would have no clue what you're looking like. The average Magic player would be like, what is that? And it could confuse, right? Like, that's a conversation with proxies a lot of the time, isn't it? Like, are you allowed to run, not proxy, but altars? Like, are you allowed to run altars in your competitive deck?
I don't think you're supposed to run altars, but as far as this Send Triplets, I think it would confuse for a second. I think then the opponent would read the card, and I think the game would just kind of move on.
So why aren't you allowed to run altars?
What if they can't read? Have you thought about that?
Why aren't you allowed to run altars?
Because then the card, you can more easily run a fake card if you then.
It's also like it changes the thickness, definitionally.
Yeah. Well, if these come anything like my previous secret layers, they will be bowed in half. So it would also not be
okay. So you've now introduced this product as, if you want to buy products below our cost and talk about their bowed in half, how about we talk about the fact that this is a pretty cool product? You get a secret layer, you get 3 booster boxes, and from this side of the counter, from the person who's just buying this offline, this is a sweet product. And there's an arcane signet. So look, Commander players rejoice. You get a foil the arcane signet.
Well, this is 100% for Commander.
Yeah, 100%.
Like every single card is just like a Commander that people run. Like, that's why I bought it. Well, I bought it because of the cheap boxes, but like, I have a Send Triplets deck. Like, I'm gonna run this. It's fun. I actually have an original.
Is really pretty.
I have an original foil Send Triplets, and this is probably gonna replace it.
So I can build the Ramos Dragon Engine deck with the serialized Ramos. You told me not to do that.
You should definitely do that. You should, because it's Commander, so you can get it slabbed and then put it out. Doesn't go in the 99.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I remember you telling me not to do that. That would be sweet. I think it'd be sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, things I like about this really is the limit, like a limit of 3, and it's also it's a limited product. So like, it is not just open pre-order. It does say when you go to check out that it's a limited product. And so like, that's cool. Listen, nobody's buying draft boxes, and so they're not really competing. Like, no one's buying draft boxes from the set. Like, if this was like set boxes, I think I'd be a little bit more upset. Or if they like completely tanked the price on collector boxes, then I think I'd be a little bit more upset from a store perspective. But I don't know.
I suspect this will not affect our sales one iota.
And I think opposite. I think as a store, like, I bought 3 of these with the intention of running events with the product. Like,
no, I didn't do that. Well, I'll probably donate the boxes. I'll donate the what's it called? The secret boxes, the convention boxes.
What?
The mystery box, the convention box.
What was that?
What were you talking? Why did you?
I'll put the mystery box.
Did
right?
you just hard reboot?
You'll put
right.
Mystery.
Like, did you crash?
What will you do with it?
Oh, like give it to the store. Let them have some fun with it.
Cool.
Yeah, they can draft with it. People love drafting mystery boxes.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not.
Which
sure
I don't understand.
Not sure what your
I'm
sentence
super
was.
glad we got that out. Yeah, it took you a minute, but we got there.
I got there.
It's been a long day.
I've been moving pinball since 5:45 this morning. I don't care.
Ever since he was a young boy, he moved the silver ball.
Mystery Booster Draft is my favorite draft of all time.
Why? It's my source too, and I don't get it.
Because I don't like draft that is tight and easily solvable. I like random chaos. Nobody can solve the format. Nobody has an upper hand if you're good at the game, and you just have fun with your friends.
I'm in. All right, you've convinced me. I'm coming. All right, store. I'll see y'all Friday.
I can't. This podcast. I can't. Lord, give me strength. Get me.
No, I agree with Louis 100%. Anything that gets takes skill out of the game, I'm in.
Yeah.
100%. What do you like about this product? Or why don't you like? I don't like. This is the bad. Come on, man. I need some positivity in my life.
No, like I like that it's chaotic. I like that it's just chaos.
I'm in. I'm all about the random draft. Tanner's doing that rock, paper, scissors thing. That should just be in a draft box.
Just all the rock, paper, scissors.
You open a pack, you flip a card. That's what you get. Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm in.
Josh, have you done a mystery booster draft?
I have not done a mystery booster draft yet, so now I'm even more excited to get this product.
We do it 4 times a year at the store, 5 times a year at the store.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
it's fun. It's a really fun product to open too. It's like just enjoy. Like there's some hits in there. I think there's a one of the tutors is in the. I think Ristic Study is in like the common blue slot or the uncommon blue slot, and Demotic Tutor is in the black slot. So like it's super easy to not easy, but really cool pulls in the boxes too.
It's smooth of them to release more Ristic Studies before they reprint it in Commander Masters. Good call.
I mean, they just put that in Jumpstart 2022 too.
Yep. That's where I know it from.
Yeah,
Great call.
Not like one of the probably top 5 played Commander cards, George.
No,
One of the top 5 most annoying Commander cards.
Another of the top 5.
Yeah,
unless it's Demonic Tutor, I can name you that card. You just said it.
That's probably true.
Okay, so yeah, we're all pretty positive about this product. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it is like from the negative side, it is
There's a shock.
Getting close to the line of like directly competing with stores, and
it's not.
It's getting
not.
It is closer to the line than a regular secret layer.
Yep, that's true. That doesn't mean it's close to the line. That means it's closer to the line than a normal secret layer.
I much prefer. Here's the thing, though. I much prefer this than a Amazon dump. Like this is a much better solution for them to move excess product than something like an Amazon dump.
I can agree with that. Yeah. I can agree with that.
Anyway, all right.
I want the mystery box. That's all I care about. My store goes nuts for that draft.
Let's talk complete bundle. How'd your weekend go, George?
Oh my god, I sold out Friday night.
So did we.
Like Friday, afternoon. I got a small restock. Thank God. Like
super small.
Tiny.
Super small.
Tiny.
Small.
Yeah. You got to be careful with how you say that on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because as soon as someone says restock, the price is gonna tank. It's
Not
gonna go
us.
crazy.
We don't matter.
Oh yeah, no. Someone like
there
real.
was a massive restock.
Massive restock. Everyone sell them. You can contact me at hometowntcg@gmail.com.
I think there will be another small restock.
Yeah.
Emphasis on very small. Very, very small. Listen, it's a great product. People loved it. People loved opening it. People loved having it. Now, banger hits.
Yeah,
it was put up on Amazon today at 2 different points. Today's Friday. It was put up on Amazon at 2 different points. One of the times, the screenshot from Reddit, I did not get it and I missed it. But the screenshot from Reddit was $45 or something like that.
I heard the same thing on 16 Jan too, so it's got to be true.
But then when I clicked the link for Amazon, I could order it for 80. I should have. I didn't.
I will warn.
In the car with my kids.
I ordered 30 of them from Amazon 3 weeks ago, and they keep pushing back my delivery date.
Well, and this was the conversation on Reddit was like, how are they putting out more product when they still haven't shipped the product from like weeks ago? Not even like your order, George, but like orders from pre-orders and stuff like that.
Mine's a pre-order. Mine was a pre-order.
No, I mean like pre-order, like old
Mine
pre-orders.
Was like, I ordered way before. It was supposed to be delivered on release day. Then they said it'll be delivered the Tuesday after release. Now it's March 16th through 20th.
Yeah. So
that's a long time.
Yeah. Is this a Kickstarter product?
No, it's not put in the right country. So like it might be, I guess we don't know. I'm a little confused by the restock on Amazon as well. I'm also a little worried they're going to not ship my order and just keep pushing back the date, if I'm being honest with you.
So
Chris Cox, if you're listening to this, I need your help for something, buddy. DM me later.
They also like this reminds me a little bit of how they handled Time Spiral, where it like sold out and all the restocks ended up on Amazon. But also that happened initially with Warhammer decks. So I hope that this ends up more like Warhammer decks, where we get the initial restock on Amazon, but then like Distro has a little bit this week, and then in 2 weeks they have a bunch, more, and then it goes on.
It's really unclear how big these Amazon drops are. They're selling out really quickly.
Yeah.
Like it's really unclear how many they're getting.
Can I put on my Louis hat for a second? And air some grievances, and say some things that kind of frustrate me, but then also make a counterpoint to my own statement.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like something I do all the time.
I am annoyed with the fact that these keep popping up on Amazon through the Wizards official store. That actually annoys me because this is a product where a game store could buy these from distribution, make guaranteed profit, and sell them quickly to the community.
I'm in. Like you had a guaranteed profit.
Yeah. Any game store is guaranteed to make a profit on any of these they have on their shelf, not selling them, not a profit because they sell them at 130. If they sell them at 80, they make a profit. I wish instead of these going on sale for 80 on Amazon, they would just get shipped to stores. Like that irritates me with a guaranteed product that is backlogged, product that isn't selling, and you sell it on Amazon. I don't have a problem with that. I understand. It's not great. I wish it wouldn't happen, but it's going to happen. Product that is aggressively selling, I wish they wouldn't do this. Like that bugs me.
But like this is all across the board for them with all their products. Look at pre-orders for Commander Masters. They have no problems pre-ordering at $500.
What was the price?
Yeah, but like, dude, like, you can brag about that all you want.
You said after it comes out,
but.
No, don't. Yeah,
no. The deal was pre-release price first of all, but more importantly, what did you say, Louis? The price was? I missed it.
It's like $500, but like you like bragging about that. But imagine the poor soul who buys that and on release it tanks down like Baldur's Gate did.
Or
like,
what if it goes to $1,000? I mean, like, there's no way to know that yet.
Hold on. Are you saying Commander Masters to 1K?
I'm in.
Saying it.
I'm saying I'm saying Commander Masters, and I'm saying complete bundle both to 1K.
I'm not going to let you. Hold on. Let me hide your previous failures from you when you say it again.
You have a better shot of your previous failures getting to 1K than you do
no.
Commander Master.
It's close. Close 1-2.
No cans.
Close 1-2.
No cans. I'll put a bet on that one if you want to. I'll put a big bet on that one if you want to. I'll bet you the Brassman shirt on that one, boss. Like,
do it.
I'll give you
the bet.
You're gonna send me the Brassman shirt tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think the bigger issue with the Amazon thing, that's a big issue. I don't want to. I totally agree with you. But their whole thing on Amazon of launching this new set that comes out in August, and then like putting up pre-orders for stuff there's no MSRP, there's no way to control anything, and the way that Amazon scales things is the higher the demand instantly, the higher it's algorithmic.
Algorithmically, you got it. It's algorithmically perfect.
Algorithmically.
Nope. It's algorithmically. You got it.
And
it's algorithmically correct.
Like, listen, like that's like.
And we have our title for the podcast. Continue.
I think that's like scummy, like business. Like there's going to be way more product that comes out, and I just think it's.
Okay, so
lame.
Let me ask you a question there, Dr. Louis. Did you get cut on complete bundles?
Yes.
How you got almost no cuts, though, I believe.
No, I got heavy cuts. But I also
that's because you canceled some of your order.
Hold on, let me finish, Boo Boo. I also maybe was not as bullish at this product and missed it.
I got no cuts, and I know smaller stores around me who got no cuts.
Yeah, I got cut from one distro, and then the other distro is the one who I lowered my ask for, because initially I was in for like 1 million boxes.
So my point is this: if stores under ordered, that's on them. Like,
I agree.
Like, if stores under ordered, that's on them. Like, I mean, like, you can't store. Like, sure. I love stores. I have a store. I have America's best store. Like, you can't have it both ways, though. Like, you know, stores have, like, if you're gonna, stores can't say, oh my God, all the hot products on Amazon, then not order the product.
But George, there's also times that stores have to order a lot up front with very little knowledge and then kind of get stuck holding the bag.
That's called always. That's called every single product for every single game.
So with that being the case, I would like to see some products that end up being a win, see that extra distribution that keeps going to Amazon, not go out to Amazon.
We
the products to win,
Warhammer.
The stores, and then move that to the stores and let the stores sell the product.
This is where distro becomes a problem, though, right? Because like they can't just give it to the stores; they have to send it to distro, who then gives it to customers, and distro might upsell it too.
And distro might do what they're doing with Pokemon right now and bundle it with, in order to get one case of Crown Zenith this week, I had to buy 4 cases of Brilliant Stars, plus a case of Mew VMAX decks, plus a case of the stupid collection. Plus, I had to spend $2,000 to get $400 worth of Crown Zenith.
This is great.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see stores be able to make the dollar on the back end with this product. That's just my opinion. But I also know, to counteract my own point, some stores have this thing on the shelf. They're selling it for $140, right? And that feels not great. So maybe it's better for the consumer that, you know, those stores don't get more into their hands. If you could guarantee every store would be honest and sell at a good price, that's a perfect world, right? But we can't always have that.
Well, honestly, this is a problem with no MSRP.
Exactly what I was going to say. So you can do exactly that by having MSRP. Them getting rid of MSRP, in my opinion, I don't know the logistics of the way that this all works, but in my opinion, is just a way for them to sell the product for whatever they want on Amazon. Like, it's just like an excuse for them to be like, well, we don't have an MSRP, so we can put it up at $500 for a set box for Commander, Masters, and it's not an issue, and nobody can say anything.
Master set box, that's interesting
because we don't have an MSRP. So I think that's scummy. Like, I think that's just another way that Wizards is constantly like juicing the customer. Like, it's just annoying. But I do think that this ends up being like Warhammer. My prediction is we do get restocks over this. I think the demand on this product is going to be way lower in a week and a half than it is this past week. Already you're seeing the prices completely tank on the singles. Let me pop them up for you guys. I'll say what I'm talking about.
All right. I hope you guys are sitting down. Prices went down on release day on singles. I hope you guys were sitting down for that one. That's shocking.
The thing about this product, Louis, is I don't know if we see demand on this tank, and the reason is it satisfies something I was complaining about last week with the barrier for entry, right? More people will have $80 in their pocket at any given moment to be able to kind of feel like they're part of the game, feel like they're part of the special product culture. Yeah, so I don't know if we see that the products tank.
I'm not saying it's going to tank. That was a bad. I think these come down to like the $95 price point, like for the boxes. They're like $145. I think they come down to like the $95 price point. The reason that they won't go below that no matter what is because of the guaranteed oil slick lands. Like, I think that's a huge win.
That's a big one.
Elesh Norn's the most expensive card you can pull from it. It's down to $93. That's the most expensive, and then the rest.
What's the cheapest?
That's what I was gonna say. Well, the next lowest is Atraxa, which is already down to $65, which that's one that was like pumping a couple weeks ago. Then the rest of them are like below. Most of them are like below 20, which is like, listen, like that's gonna go down further too.
It's below 20, so you get $30 in 2 cards, and you get 12 set boosters. You get a bunch of oil slick lands. Like at $80-$95, that's still a good product. It's still a fair price.
I agree. I'm happy being burned by this product if this is the product that Wizard says we're back in doing collector version of things. Like, I'm happy with, as a store, this being the product that I get burned with, and then them start, if this is where they start honing back the print runs on the collectible products, like, this is a product I'm happy to be burned on.
We certainly see that. I mean, like, Distro is running bare on the whole set. Like, they are like, they were out of almost every box this week for me, and like they got a small restock, but like the restock's gone basically.
Yeah,
like
it's Kamigawa.
This is driving Kamigawa. I mean, like, no. I could always get. Oh yeah,
set boxes.
I could always get some
Kamigawa. Up to $160 a box.
I mean, that was like. I mean, like, I think this is like watch this. I think this is way drier. Like, I'm having a much tougher time getting more of this set than I ever was of any other product, including.
But
Kamigawa.
like this is a healthy Magic the Gathering market. And you know what the weirdest part of this Magic the Gathering market is? It's centered and grounded around the most recent standard sets. Where if you look back to last year, standard sets were the most trash product that any game store could buy. They were the riskiest product. You were almost always going to be stuck holding the bag. And now a stable Magic market is built around correctly printing and the correct number of boxes printed for standard Magic sets. It's a wild timeline we live in.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's a good transition into maybe the opposite of that, which is the new sets that are coming out. Are they going to be the opposite, and are they going to be the ones that bomb unlike last year? Masters, Commander, Masters?
Commander Masters is going to totally bomb. I hope you guys are all holding on to that one. That one's going to tank hard. Like, who wants the best cards for the best format, for the most popular format? I'm with you. Like, that's a great call on your part.
It's amazing how much I want Commander Masters to bomb just so that George has to eat more crow on the podcast.
I will never eat cold chicken fingers again. I have learned my lesson. I will never doubt myself.
So this comes to, like, in my mind, price. What?
It's been a long week. I've watched both of you now live reboot on the podcast. I've had a couple moments myself. Louis, I thought we just lost you for a second.
These two products come down to price for me from Distro.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings collector boxes, 160% the cost for stores than a standard collector box. 160%. It's insane.
Let me ask you, from the consumer side of things, have you as stores been asked to put in your orders for Lord of the Rings yet?
No.
Okay.
We can put in our order. It's open order right now.
Okay.
But one thing I learned today is pre-release kits are pre-allocated.
Bingo.
That's crazy. I have not had that happen for a set since I became a store.
That used to be the way it was always was.
Oh,
like, that's not uncommon.
But does that say that they're changing something? Because one of my initial thoughts on the set is, what if this is the Lord of the Rings set of which the collector box is like big stores get 20 boxes, small stores get 2 boxes, my store gets 4.
What I think that tells me is that this will be a limited run, because it tells me that I think they think the demand for this product will be astronomical.
Well, yeah.
Like, it tells me they think the demand will be absolutely insane, because the only reason they stopped limiting pre-release kits is because, like, people had extra. That tells me they're expecting no extras to be available for pre-release kits. They're expecting sold out pre-releases across the country. They could be right. They could be wrong. We don't know that yet, right? But that tells me what their expectation is: basically sold out pre-releases across the country.
Yeah, I was told that there was a distro meeting with Wizards where they said that they expect this to be the highest selling Magic the Gathering set of all time, which puts it above Modern Horizons 2.
Which is good, because they need to stop printing that.
All the extras been thrown into the landfill, George.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
So then this is a Modern Horizons set. Is that are we back to that?
No.
So I want to take you both back. This is why I asked you if you had to put in your pre-order yet. What the hell is it? We know it's Lord of the Rings themed cards. Outside of that, what is this product? If you told me Commander Masters, which again, in the future, and maybe you have to put in your pre-orders now, I have an understanding of what the product is. Dominaria Remastered. I understand. March of the Machine. It's a standard Magic set. I know what the product is. What the hell is this product?
I don't know. And when does spoiler season start? Because maybe that's when we'll find out. I hope we find out what it is before our pre-order is dead. Because I have no clue what to
like. What decks can I play the cards in?
Any of them you want.
You can play. This is a straight to modern, straight to legacy, straight to whatever set. So straight to Commander. So anything that Modern Horizons went to, this is go to. The question is, do they bump the power level in order for it to actually impact those sets or not, like Modern Horizons 2 did or Modern Horizons did? Or what a lot of people are saying is that this is it also has all these introductory products. It has a starter kit. It has
starter kit is cool.
The not theme boosters, but the jumpstart boosters. And so like, is this just a starter set?
Oh God, the lands and the jumpstart are going to be bananas. Oh my God, am I going to buy bad jumpstart boxes?
Please go all in on jumpstart on this, please.
Am I going to buy jumpstart boxes?
Yes, you are.
I am. I absolutely am going to buy these jumpstart boxes.
That's stupid.
You
should F in chat for George's finances.
If you find that you can't get enough, you should call Peter. I'm sure you can get some more.
I will not have a problem getting enough jumpstart.
George will be the only store in the country that orders jumpstart.
Everyone's going to email George to try to sell them their allocations.
100%.
This is.
Am I crazy? I think the lands and jumpstart will be crazy.
Yeah, I think you're crazy.
Listen, dude, just get burned on it if it's not. It's not worth the risk. Well, for you, it doesn't matter. This is the difference between you and
this is why you can be so positive on every Wizards product.
Yeah, this is the difference because it doesn't matter to you. You could put in $1 million and it not affect your life. Meanwhile, I can put in a $10,000 order and I'll be sleeping on the couch at a friend's house. You know what I mean? Like.
Lauren's not your friend. So
go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
No, I mean, I think the lands and the jumpstart could be.
I think the lands and the regular product and the collector product are going to be bonkers. That's where your bonkers lands are going to be. I bet,
dude. I'm going back to horizontal lands.
What if that was only in the jumpstart product and you bozos sat out because you guys were scared?
I'm happy getting burned. I'm okay getting burned, like not making profit on this set and on Commander Masters.
What are you going to make profit on? Like, what is your store going to sell?
Standard sets are back, baby.
It's called Pokemon. It stands for Pocket Monsters, and there is for.
Is that true?
And yes,
yes, yes, George.
Is that true?
Yes.
It stands for Pocket Monsters.
Why? This should not be a revelation we're having right now.
Are you serious? I can't tell if y'all are messing with me or not.
No.
Yeah,
I can't believe we don't know this. Break.
It stands for Pocket Monsters. That is awful. God. So, like, Charizard's in my pocket?
Yeah, he's in a Pokeball in your pocket. Have you never watched Pokemon?
No.
God. You had no childhood. No wonder you're so grumpy all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
That follows.
This is a set. Lord of the Rings is a set that I think has the potential to kill stores like Baldur's Gate did. Like, I could see this set becoming Baldur's Gate 2.0, where it's like completely underpowered. It's not what they promised. It's a price increase where nobody really understands what's going to be in the boxes, and then boxes come out and nobody gets things that they like, and so nobody buys more. Like, that's what happened with Baldur's Gate, and that's the last time we had one of these sets that's like a named, like that one wasn't technically Universes Beyond, but it kind of was pre-Universes Beyond. So if they didn't learn their lesson, this could be bad. And that's risky for stores that aren't George and aren't Peter.
Here's where I disagree slightly. I've had incredible demand for this set.
Yeah.
I've had demand, like, and I've not been the most bullish on this set. I've had off the chart demand for this set. I've had people be like, how many, can I get a case of collectors? Can I get a case of set? Can I get a case of Jumpstart? Just kidding. Nobody's ever asked for that. It's that did not happen with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Like that is new. Like frankly, that like my store is very bad with pre-orders. My store is my store, which I love, is terrible with pre-orders.
Yeah.
And I've had pre-orders for this set, and that's rare for me. So like at the end of the day, like I think that there will be enough built-in demand from people who want Lord of the Rings stuff that there's going to be a hard floor for how bad the set can do. And the ceiling is astronomical. And the floor is hard.
I agree that the ceiling's high, but is it 160% set?
Absolutely.
160% standard set high.
Absolutely.
That's the part where I agree with you, Louis. It's because we know nothing about this product and we're going to have to put in all these pre-orders and kind of go in a little bit blind. It just feels like it could be dangerous. It's so much money.
It's absolutely dangerous, but the ceiling is astronomical. Like if your question is like, is it dangerous? Yeah, of course it is.
Well, when you make the statement that it is dangerous, then the floor is also very low. That's what danger means.
I don't think you're going to lose. I would be surprised if you lose a lot of money on the set, even if the set doesn't do great.
Collector boxes for this set, our cost is about $60 less than the current market price of a Modern Horizons 2 collector box.
Wait, say that again, but what?
Our cost is about $60 less than the current market price of a Modern Horizons 2 collector box.
For those of you that are watching this video right now, feel free to go do the math yourself.
Yeah. I actually don't know this. I actually don't know our costs. So.
And while you do the math, shout out George, make sure you put your fingers right in front of wherever you're doing the math. But that's why I think this is risky, right? These stores are going to have to put up all this capital, and just like Baldur's Gate, I think there's a lot of assumption, just like Commander Masters. There's just a lot of assumption that
is our cost really that high?
Yes, it is. I just put it in our Discord what our cost is.
All right, hold on.
We cannot say our costs on the podcast, everyone. That's the issue.
Listen, I can't. I got nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. But
I mean, like it's more than 60 in fairness below.
But you're gonna have to go in blind, and you have an opportunity to be left holding the bag with 2 sets in a row, 2 sets back to back.
On top of the cost being high, George, you're saying the ceiling is astronomical. 2 months after release, the time of which the ceiling would have to have another push to get astronomical and to be worth the risk that is a store buying it at any extensive amount, is Commander Masters, which is also going to be a huge price suck from the community. Like if I'm a player of Magic the Gathering, I buy Lord of the Rings for $400 for a collector box. How am I going to have money to buy your $500 set box for Commander Masters? Like
easy, because it'll be $340,
which is fine. I'm with you, Josh. So I think that's fair. Like I think that's fair. These would be 2 pricey sets back to back.
Yeah.
They're testing the market, right? They're seeing like what the demand is, and like
they're straining the market. I don't know if they're.
We don't. I mean, like we're gonna find out. Like
aggressively attacking the market with these back to back.
And like Modern Horizons.
Just spread them out.
No, sorry, not Modern Horizons. Commander Masters comes out 2 weeks before Lorcana, so like it's tough.
I think this set will be fine if they way throttle back the product. If this is a set that gets heavily allocated. If this gets heavily allocated at distro, then it's fine. I am personally going to order about as much of the set as I order for like a standard release. I can't afford as a store to get burned by Baldur's Gate 2.0. Like
all in.
Like that can't happen for me. I can't afford it. Which is wild. Like that's a wild place to be. Like I believe in the demand. I've learned the demand for Lord of the Rings from my comment section this week. Obviously there is a demand for the name of this, but I rather get burned on not making the free tendies than overcommitting to something that tanks like Baldur's Gate.
And I think that's smart. Like I don't think stores should feel any obligation to go nuts on these sets. I plan on going nuts on Commander Masters. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what to do with Lord of the Rings. I plan on going hard.
I don't know.
Commander Masters.
From this side of the table, from the consumer standpoint, if it does in fact do exactly what you say, it's tightly allocated and stuff. Now you've got, I mean, a price that's already high for our side of the table just keeps going up. Like, if it really is that tightly allocated and it really is the demand is that high, like you're speculating, then these prices just keep going up. So we can't get the product at a reasonable price. Like,
well, I mean, like, you can get draft boxes at a pretty reasonable price, I think. Like,
You think so?
I believe this one was the one that was like draft and set were like semi-reasonable prices.
Yeah. It was Commander Masters that the draft boxes were.
Yeah.
Like,
if they follow the model of like current standard sets and where those prices are sitting for like draft and set, and not the price exactly, but the price post release and the small increases that we're seeing, then I think we're in a safe model. We're in good that it's been printed properly and we're fine. If it gets tighter than that and you see the draft box and set box really start to spike, then I think that's trouble.
This is where I don't like Magic's model compared to like a Pokemon. Pokemon has a non-standard release in Crown Zenith, and the price point is basically the same price. It is a special product that everyone gets excited about, and the product price MSRP is all relatively the same. It doesn't cost Pokemon more money to make that non-standard set. Magic comes out with a non-standard set and the price is twice the price, 3 times the price, and it doesn't cost them any more money to make the product. That, like, I don't understand why they run with that model rather than just like printing the cards accessibly to
because it's a different model.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You talk about Pokemon so much, I think I'm going to slowly remove all the Pokemon from my background so I don't have to be reminded of it when you're not around.
Dude, Pokemon's go.
All right. Moving on.
I support.
All right. So final predictions. Which
Caught it. Winner.
Josh's moment of the podcast.
Caught it. Winner.
Okay. Final predictions. What performs better? I guess it's hard because like the cost is all different, but what performs better, Lord of the Rings or Commander Masters?
Commander Masters.
100%.
It's 100% Commander Masters.
100%. Commander Masters is going to go bananas.
Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Rings box might be a better product. It very well might be. But Commander Masters is just going to do better.
I hate it when all three of us agree on things. That sucks.
Never mind. Lord of the Rings. You guys are idiots. Close those. Lord of the Rings.
We got 13 minutes for 5 topics. You got to start rolling there, big guy.
Let's move on. Cryptic Wave 2. So Cryptic tournament was phenomenal. Awesome. Super fun. Community loved it. Tons of fun. Hopefully you guys caught the stream, those of you guys who are interested in Cryptic. If not, go check it out. If you're interested in what the game looks like, listen, there are 6 rounds or 5 rounds. No, more than that. There's like 8 rounds of live stream on my channel from Cryptic with commentary and card images. So make sure you go check that out because it's a great way to pick up and understand what Cryptic is if you're interested in hearing us talk about it. But Wave 2 is coming out. If you're our store, you've got my like recommendation of picking up Wave 2. This game has been phenomenal for my store. So
you can get it at crypticpreorders.com is where you can get your boxes if you're a store.
Yeah.
Only if you're a store.
Yeah. And if you can also get it from Southern. Well, you can probably still pre-order it. Or ask your
pre-orders are closed. I don't know if they have any extras or not.
Yeah, you can ask your rep if they've got any available.
I think our office is out.
Nice. I hope I get everything I asked for.
I think I got everything I asked for. But if not, go to crypticpreorders.com.
Yeah.
And they have buy a box promos there too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So really cool, really excited. This is in my opinion the now like quintessential moment for Cryptic. Like this
100%.
This is where
100%.
This is where things pass or fail. Like it goes from it being a Kickstarter TCG to now it is a TCG. Like now it is something that is out in stores and it is going through the, like the main avenue of marketing. And we will see if Tanner and his team have the chops to pull off like running a TCG.
We'll see if they have the means to kind of get through distribution and figure that all out. I agree with you.
Yeah. So
how do you not see what's going on? Hurts to watch.
I agree with you, Louis.
So super cool.
That's a great point, by the way.
You're welcome. You're like choppy. You're choppy. Did you lose your internet today?
Not on my end. Maybe my fan from up there fell on him.
Wait, me or him?
You.
No.
Oh, you're good on my end. Hopefully you're just
maybe
choppy
it's just your internet, Louis.
No, it's not my internet.
Listen, we have you around for your opinions, not your looks.
I've got that fiber internet, man. Thing just runs.
Do you really?
Yeah, dude. It's like
really
in West Virginia.
I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest with you. That surprises me.
Yeah,
that surprises me.
I don't have paved roads out there or indoor plumbing, but fiber internet. Look at that.
Anyway, back to Cryptic. Super excited for Wave 2, but I am personally more excited for the next set in Wicked Prophecy. Like, my store has had all the Cryptic Genesis, product that they can eat up, and everyone's just now ready for new cards.
I am more excited about the Brassman's Will 101. I'm going to put a bounty in that card. I got to figure out what the price will be, but I'm putting a bounty on that card on this podcast.
Oh, like you're going to open offer?
Yeah.
Wow.
I want that 101 in a pretty disgusting way.
I'm going to open offer $1 more than George because I'm pretty sure I can sell it to him for 10 more than I offer for.
I'm going to, I don't want to say my, I don't say my
want to agree offer.
No, you got to think about it. I got to think about it. We all know the price I'm thinking of. I want to make sure I'm okay with that first, though.
1K is your price?
You think that's too low?
Yeah, that's too low.
That's too low.
You don't think 1K would get the card?
I'll pay you 1K for that card.
Yeah, I'll pay you 1K for that card.
Really?
I've thrown 1K on the ground on this podcast twice. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think good bounty is for it then?
I think
1K is great. I'll pay you 1K for that card. Perfect. Stay right there.
I think you're probably missing a 0 on that offer.
No way.
Wow.
There's no way.
Wow.
Okay. A $10,000 card?
Listen, a full art Brassman's Will from Kickstarter has sold for $400, $500. There's 70.
What are you talking
There's
about?
70. There's
$1,000 card.
There's 70 of them. I think if you're gonna put a bounty on it, if you want to have if you want to name the price, I think that's what it is. Otherwise, you gotta wait for the guy to pull it and then name his price.
$10,000, Louis. You know it's bad when I'm like, that's a crazy price. I've been crazy on prices. That's a crazy price.
Listen, I like Cryptic. I like the spot it's in. I like the growth it's seeing. But you're talking more than $1 per player. Like more than $1 per person who's ever you're insane. That is the dumbest
reaction.
Is that
how we're doing things now?
Oh my god, all these other games are screwed if so.
if that's
the market is $1
product ever.
The market is $1 per player.
$10,000.
Right, $10,000 is high. You're right. That's high.
Yeah.
I think it's closer than 1,000.
No chance.
Somebody just bought the Champion Orpheus promo for 1,800 from my event.
There's one of those.
Yeah,
there's one of those.
Somebody else bought the top 8, which there's 8 of, for $600.
That doesn't prove it's closer to 10K, right? Like
yes,
that's
everything
not how math
makes sense. Good job.
Like, were you trying to prove my point? If so, you nailed it.
I'm saying if a 1 of 8 that's not even like the chase card. If the 1 of 8 that's not even like a chase card is $600 in the market, then like $1,000 for the 1 of 1 chase is not.
I think 1,000 could be low. 10,000's insanity.
Okay, whatever. We'll see.
Like, listen, if you put up 10 grand for that card, no one will fight you for it.
I'm not putting
10 grand for that card.
I don't have 10 grand for that card. I'll be losing all of my money to Magic, whatever it is.
I think 2,500 would be like the highest price I could see it selling for.
You were just going to pay someone $1,000 for it.
I think 2,500 is crazy. I'm not a buyer of 2,500.
Dirty capitalist.
I am not a buyer of 2,500.
Oh, there's a buyer at 2,500.
There could be. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think 10K is closer than 1K.
So you think it's definitely worth more than $5,000?
I do. I do.
Louis, that's crazy talk.
I don't think it's crazy talk. I think maybe you saying putting a bounty on it's not $5,000, but like you got to make money somewhere. But like I think the card's
I was not going to resell this. Yes, we're on the same page. $5,000.
Well, that is the famous George way: is to buy something and then never sell until it
gets booted. So like
looking at you.
They will bury me with my Modern Horizons bag. No way that card's $5,000.
Okay.
There's in the middle of you guys is what, 5,500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no chance it's more than 5,500.
Okay. You and I then we have different opinions on what Wave 2 does to Cryptic. That's what I'm
No, I don't think we do. I don't think that matters.
You can't be like, George, this means that I believe in Cryptic more than you. No, and he's just being a realist. Like, this is healthy. This is good. Under $5,000 is great. Like, you psycho.
What do you think a white text from Kickstarter would sell for right now?
I have no idea. A white text of a brass man?
Yeah.
Somebody offered $1,000 for it on Discord. I remember who that is. It goes by Lou number 4. I don't know who that is on the Discord.
I offer $1,000 for it?
It's Lou number 4.
And nobody's reached out to me.
It's Lou number 4 on Discord. There's 3 of them, I believe, right?
White text, there's 11 of them.
And I have 1.
Right. There's 11 of them in the world. So a 1 of 11 is worth more than $1,000.
Maybe. None have sold for that, I don't believe.
It's definitely worth more because I am willing to pay $1,000 and nobody's PM'd me and nobody's messaged me about it. So that's where I'm saying that your $1,000 offer is too low. Let's move on.
So 1 out of 11 for Kickstarter
today.
1 out of 11 for Kickstarter versus a 1 of 1 for second edition.
$10,000 offer.
Louis, that's insanity, man.
You broke us.
That's insanity.
You broke us.
That's insanity.
It's an offer, and from what I believe, you said that you will buy it at that when it's pulled.
That's not what I said. I don't have that kind of money. So I just think that that's what it's worth. So, all right.
You're just trying to jack up the price for George.
That did not work.
You don't
that
believe
did not work.
Like, I'm not going to buy it, but I think it's worth $10,000.
Pretty sure it worked. So,
no, it did not. There's no chance I paid $5,500 for that card. 0.
Let's move on.
No offense, Tanner. Still love you.
To Sorcery. Sorcery, a big Kickstarter update today. They are palleting their boxes.
Big Kickstarter update. Big Kickstarter update. Continue, Louis.
That is a big update. It's a small but significant update. So
it's a small update by their own definition.
Small but significant. So they've got everything done, and they're packaging the booster boxes. They're halfway, and they'll be shipping out from their production partner next week. So that's what they look like. They look pretty. Really excited.
They do look pretty.
They do have cases. They're ready to be palletized. Well, I dropped the link in there. They have custom printed tape and boxes that look really good. I didn't drop the link in there. I lied to you guys. They're claiming March 22nd is like when you have to get your address changed in. So maybe that's when they're like actually releasing the boxes or printing labels or whatever.
The race is on between them and Cryptic Wave 2. Who releases first?
I'm guessing Cryptic Wave 2 will be out first.
Me too.
So
that's my gut.
But
with their $5,500 card.
So like you think
Can we get a ticker on the podcast that just says the estimated value of that card for every episode from here on out?
I don't know. I can't wait till that card's pulled and to see what it sells for. That's what I want to see. But why are you acting like that?
You just broke me. I got nothing.
I love how making. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah. You're doing great, bud.
What do you guys have to say about Sorcery? I just said a chunk about Sorcery.
Congratulations on making pallets. Like, what do you want us to like? How do you want us to discuss this topic?
So,
Josh, do you have anything to say?
I think what's something that's interesting is the hype from Sorcery came when it was, TCGs were everything and indie TCGs were all the rage. And then we kind of went through a little bit of every market across the board was down and everyone was pretty negative about TCGs.
Except for me on Modern Horizons 2. continue.
Sure, but you don't. Again, we've talked several times. You don't really count. You're always positive on TCGs. Pokemon to 1K. I don't know, something else to
always
1K.
positive on Magic. On
Wizards. Anything Chris Cox does, you love.
So anything corporate America, George is all about.
You embody corporate America. But now we've gone through the downswing. We're back. TCGs are kind of back on the come up. Is it maybe good that they missed the negativity and didn't come out then?
What world are you in that's true? What defines that for you?
I don't understand.
Do you think TCGs are back on the come up?
We just talked about the last two Magic sets are out and stable, which is something we didn't see for all of 2022. We are probably the biggest hype we've ever seen around Commander Masters. Whether you and I agree with the price or not, the community is going nuts over it.
That Cryptic has a $5,500 card coming out.
Yeah,
that's a lot of hype.
Listen, Cryptic, for whatever you say, you've said yourself, your Cryptic community is growing. People are coming into the game. People are buying the products. Other indie TCGs we're talking about are seeing a small resurgence. They're all slightly moving onward and upward. There's no to the moon moments right now, but nothing's tanking.
Okay.
Except for the stock market and the crypto market. Those aren't TCGs. I'm sorry.
No, those aren't TCGs.
I can't cast Bitcoin.
I think that I agree that it has stopped falling. I think I agree that the TCG market has hit a current anti-plateau. What's an valley?
That's a valley.
You got to keep going. I'll be right back.
Let me rephrase my question to you then. Do you think it's good that Sorcery... It's never good that a product delays, but it didn't release during the free fall of everything. That it's going to release at a point that seems theoretically stable, or as I anticipate, which you fight me on every GD word I say, is slightly on the come up. Which, you know what, it is. You're just wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong.
You don't have to think so.
I think in the midst of all that, Sorcery also had very high sales of sample cards. I mean, we saw the various sample cards sell for over thousands of dollars. I mean, some sold for high, some sold for way lower than they previously sold. There was a lot of that for sure, but there's certainly been a growth in community for Sorcery throughout the time. There's certainly been a growth of demand. I mean, there's flippers involved in this for sure. I would say a decent chunk of the Sorcery market is going to be flippers who are going to flip for 50% profit, and you're going to see the boxes come down from where they are. I think that's that. I've said that since day one on the podcast. I think we will see Sorcery boxes approach. Maybe George thinks they're going to go below, but I think they will approach the cost of that simply because of the flipping market that was 2022 of whatever. I would never say George was right about something when he could hear me, but he's usually wrong about most things that he says.
Wait, what's now?
I would just offer the
what was this now?
Don't worry about it. Watch the episode.
Never.
It's not
I have
for
better
you,
things to do with my time.
It's not for you, boo. Wow.
Are we talking about the Lorcana $35,000 set yet, or are we still on this nonsense?
No.
Josh, go ahead and what you're saying.
We're still in this nonsense. I was just saying, I think it might be better that it's going to come out where things are more stable, where people are used to boxes coming out and small price fluctuations. If these boxes came out when everything else was in free fall and they saw these free fall as well, I think it might shake a lot of that confidence, because like we said, a lot of the people involved in this are from the investment collective side. So, shaking that confidence early could be dramatic. It could be dramatic for that community. So I think it's a better time to release. Now, we're also going to start button up into Lorcana, and don't love that. So don't love that.
I think when people get their hands on Sorcery, we'll answer the question: is this high quality? There was a lot of pushback from us on the podcast about it being made in China. Did they, handle that well? Did their partner in China actually fulfill things to a high quality that we expect, that we've been told? And was the quality control good? That will be what kind of happens with alpha, and we'll see what happens with it, and that will dictate how I think the market and the community moves into beta and into the next set. So I think that's super important. I think it's going to be really, really cool when cards are in hands for people to actually. The amount of people who have gotten to play the game is very minimal. You had to do a print and play. You had to play on Tabletop Simulator. Like now, like cards will be in people's hands, and we'll see if people enjoy the game. And I think that's going to do a lot for the game because it's a lot of fun.
Game's good.
Yeah, it's super enjoyable to play, and like
it's a good game.
Yeah, and that's going to be super interesting to see.
Like, the game. I think the game's good.
Yeah. So anyway. Speaking of things that
Great
sold
games.
for not enough money, let's move on to PSA 10 Lorcana set sequential, right, George?
Sequential.
A sequential PS10 PSA 10 Lorcana set.
PSN. That what'd you say? What was it? What was it?
Algorithmically?
Algorithmically.
Yeah. That's the only one Al Gore is a part of it. It's algorithmically.
That was good. I gotta give you that one. That was good. That was good.
You just bullied him for too long. Now you're like, oh, let me throw you one.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one. That's my kind of humor.
I hate it here.
Okay, so another crazy Lorcana sale. I'm sorry. No offense to the buyer. I think you're a genius. I apologize, Louis.
I did not buy this. Let everyone know that I did not buy this.
No, I'm saying I said something bad about the buyer, and I apologize about that because
you didn't say anything bad about the buyer yet. I think you're just about to.
Oh no, I think he's a genius and a bright and brilliant soul. Because that's what I'm allowed to say about buyers who overpay for cards. Like, listen, I'm on the record as being pretty all in on Lorcana. I will say I am stunned that like the market on the Wild Stacks appears.
Oh, Wild Stacks has appeared, everyone.
Listen, he heard you talking mess about Lorcana. He knows some of your funds are going to divert. He's done with that. He's here to pull you back in, baby.
I'm stunned that like the price of the Mickeys and the promos are like they continue to go up. Like they're not just like flat. Like they're going up, and that surprises me.
Because the TCG market is doing well.
So, like, I think it's important to say that there has always been a premium on sequential sets. Like, getting a sequential set, there is a premium to that, and that's a win. And like, this is the only sequential set that can ever exist for PSA 10, right?
No.
How would you get another sequential set?
You would submit them and get them sequentially.
But like, are there? I guess there are more promos that haven't gotten graded. Like, isn't there a pretty limited number of these promos?
Yes, but that number is not 0.
Okay. I guess I just like if I had
numbers one in this podcast are not friends. They're just not friends.
If I had thousands of dollars worth of cards, I would get them graded. Like, you know what I mean? No, we're not there.
But what if you have $5,500 worth of one card?
I would get graded.
All right, Stacks, thank you for saving us. This has been a disaster of a podcast.
Sorry to hear it. What's going on, guys?
It's normal. I blame Josh. Stacks, tell us who you are. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you do.
I'm Andrew Stacks. I love MetaZoo, also Pokemon. I stream. I make content. I go to conventions. Pretty much anything MetaZoo, I'm there.
We love pumping other YouTube channels here, right, Josh? So, Stacks, what is your YouTube channel?
Andrew Stacks. It's youtube.com/@Andrew Stacks. I know. And also,
you can find it pinned.
Stacks.
You can find it pinned in the comments section.
Damn it.
Yeah, don't let him finish what he was saying. Mention that it's pinned.
All right. And like, do you also do Whatnot? Do you also do Whatnot? Is just wondering?
Yeah, I just started recently. It's been going really well. Having a lot of fun with it. I actually think. So I used to stream Pokemon on Twitch way back when I played competitive Pokemon-ish. And I miss streaming. So Whatnot's really fun. I've been enjoying just like being live and chatting and stuff. So
did you know that Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster?
I did know that, yeah.
Damn it.
Did you not know that?
Such a knowledge gap of yours, George. Such a knowledge gap.
I learned that this episode, Stacks.
Can you give me the elevator pitch for Peloton bikes?
Yeah, don't get one. You won't use it. And that water bottles that's sitting in the cup holder has been there for probably 3 months. So yeah.
Great. Great.
Classic.
What is your favorite Pokemon and what is your favorite MetaZoo character?
Man.
Wow. Favorite Pokemon is probably Raikou.
Yes, mine too.
I'm a big fan of the dogs.
Who let the dogs out?
Favorite MetaZoo cryptid?
They're called beasties, everyone. They're called beasties.
Beastie, yeah. I mean, if it counts, Chibi Grim is my boy. I have like 70 of them.
Chibi sets are the best sets. Can we agree on that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, easily.
How has MetaZoo not done a Beastie Boys promo?
I want to talk about the Ron English promo in a minute. I am insanely hyped about this. All right, but that's not what you're here for, Stacks. How was the tower? What was the tower? What was your experience with the tower?
What was it like to get first place in the event?
Yeah, I mean, 50K.
Did you win it?
I don't know where to spend it, but I'll figure it out. No, I was 68th place, so top 69.
So close. So close. You should have thrown that last game.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a lot of fun. I mean, the event was incredible. I went to Caster's Cup last year, and that was an amazing event. But this was like, it's like they learned and did everything just so much better at this one. I mean, it was an incredible event. The gameplay was amazing. The promos were amazing. Like it was
sold
just
out.
awesome. Yeah. Like
a weight room.
Yeah, it was max capacity, and they had people who like came anyways just to see if they could like walk on. I think 12 people were able to walk on, which is cool.
That's cool. Stacks, did you get a glimpse at the giant check?
I did not see the giant check. I was behind where they were giving it out, standing in line for that last promo. So,
dang. At the last event, one of my biggest criticisms was the giant check, because they wrote with Sharpie on the giant check and you couldn't see the amount. And I said, Mike, you're giving hundreds of thousands of dollars for your event. For the photo, you need to be able to see that you gave the money.
I do remember that.
So Stack, tell us, what are the towers? Kind of their special rules for the towers. What's a tower? Yeah. What's the special rules? What's a tower like?
Yeah, so the tower events, they're doing 8 of them this year. And it's kind of like regional events. They're being posted up in different like major cities.
Not Charleston.
But not Charleston, not Atlanta.
Major
cities. But the cool thing about the towers is that there's a specific type of beastie type of deck that's represented at each of the towers. So the one that they just had in Ohio was the water tower. So everyone was required to play a primarily water deck. So the rule was that 60% of your deck, not including aura, had to be water. So the next one will be earth. So the same rule will apply. And then they sort of shook it up like a few weeks before the event. And maybe it was a little longer than that, but they announced that. So like the fourth wall, the terror bonuses that they do in MetaZoo, they decided that they were going to 3x them. So every terror bonus that was represented at the event would be actually providing 3x the damage boost and LP boost. So it like completely changed people's decks. Like you had to rebuild everything, which was really cool because it sort of made it like an even playing field. Like people who've been playing water forever, like they had to rethink the deck anyways. So it was a really cool, honestly, I think that they did a brilliant job with how they just like went about balancing it. Like it was surprisingly balanced, and there were a few standout cards, but I mean, I thought it was anybody's game in my opinion. So
Stacks, this is a competitive MetaZoo event. I'm here because I'm the guy who goes and playing Friday Night Magic. I've played competitive Magic before. Give us a breakdown. We got a meta at things like this. What does the meta for the water-based water tower event look like?
Yeah, so I had speculations going into it, what it would be, and it wasn't 100% what I thought it was going to be. I'm not claiming to be. I'm not like the best guy at TCG.
No. When you're on this podcast, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But it turned out that people were playing artifact-heavy decks, so being able to fatigue for multiple aura, dropping big beasties. Chessie was played in a way that I was not expecting. The reason I
played that at my event.
Huh? Say that again?
I played that at my event.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Chessie is an amazing water beastie, but with the 3x multiplier, there are just so many cheaper beasties that could actually hit to one-shot a Chessie. But the meta ended up being drop artifacts early, get out Chessies, and play lightning in a bottle, like multiple lightning in a bottles in a turn. And Chessie was swinging for like minimum 300 damage in most attacks, just because of the boost that were going on. So people were like one turn winning. Like people, if somebody got a opening hand with a Chessie, lightning in a bottle artifacts, they're set up to win. The other standouts were Bandage Man, Water Baby. Everybody was playing those. Crab is like one of the best water cards ever printed. So yeah.
So are you going to go to the next tower events? Is that an exciting thing to like deck build for each one of these things and know that that's on the horizon?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the next one's Earth, which I think, no hate on anybody who plays Earth, but I just don't get really that excited about Earth as a type. But this is making me think creatively with it. Like I am genuinely like, I want to learn every Earth type beastie, learn how it works, and yeah, make a tournament winning deck. So for sure.
Would you say that Earth MetaZoo players are just as scummy as $3,000 Pauper Elves players?
If I knew what Pauper Elves players were, I could tell you.
You can just say yes. We all know it's true.
Yeah.
Listen, like,
are you going to defend your $3,000 Pauper?
No,
right now,
a $3,000 Pauper Elf deck is disgusting. That's gross. Like, I would
you
never do that.
have to make a YouTube channel around it.
I would never do that. That's terrible. I think mine's nowhere close to that.
Okay, so I have no idea what's going on now. All right, so stacks.
Mine is 2,500. That's a joke.
So going into the next, you went to this event, you had the experience. If you got to go back in time,
he's checking his watch. He's like, oh,
yeah, he's like, how quickly can I get out? No, I got a legitimate. Because
I gotta go ride my Peloton.
The play aspect of MetaZoo is something that has always fascinated me. It's something we rarely get a chance to talk about on this podcast. So I want to know, Stacks, after you've been there, you've had the water tower water experience. If you could change one thing about the experience, whether it's banning a card, changing the format, anything like that, what would you change from your seat? Or is it just like, did everything run so smooth that let's run it back, let's do it again?
Yeah.
We take questions.
So as far as the actual rules of the event, I thought it was pretty perfect. Like I didn't have a lot of complaints about it. I think that if they could have changed anything, the player cap, there were just a lot of people who wanted to participate who did not get to participate.
Love that.
In their defense, just being there, there's no way they could have fit many more people in that venue. But
I also get the sense they were caught off guard. Like the demand was far higher than I thought it would be. Like,
for sure.
It's a pain in the butt to travel to these places and go play these games.
Yeah.
Like it's a pain. And like, I know like Louis and Josh, you guys said you can't do it with kids. Like, right away, most of the population
does make it tougher, yeah.
So like it's tough. I think the demand for this was like off the charts.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've always said this is the magic of MetaZoo. It's like they're the only game that can do these kind of fourth wall effects. They're the only games that have this. And like I'm very, very glad to see they're leaning into that. Like this has always been their opportunity and they seem to be capturing it this year, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, I think being the weird rule, like limiting, can you imagine a Magic event where it's like you can only play red, 60% of your deck has to be red? Like I can't imagine that. Like that would be crazy. But like it fits for MetaZoo. Like it just fits the feeling and the style and the I guess for me the word that pops up is like the quirkiness of MetaZoo, and like I hope they lean into that. I always said like I hope they do an event with a giant volcano in the room where like it triggers the fourth wall effects and they have like a giant volcano. Like that's super cool.
Something that's cool about the tower as well is so the winner of each tower is going to be the reigning champ for that type for the rest of until next year. And next year, like at the next water tower, whoever wins that one will also have to beat this year's winner in order to take over the water tower champ. And in addition to that, there is incentive for the winner to play their type at Caster's Cup, and the hope is that the winners of each tower are actually going to be like representing their type at Caster's Cup at the end of the year, which is pretty cool. So
I like it.
That's neat, man. Well, it sounds like this event kicked total butt. What was your downfall? Why didn't you get first? What was the big misstep?
Why do you suck, Stacks?
Why are you so
No,
terrible?
what was the big misstep?
No, I'm with you,
You're
Josh.
a competitive
Why do you
TCG player.
suck?
I can ask you, where did it go wrong? Where did the wheels fall off?
So I started 3-0, lost my fourth. In the last 3 games, I had two whole like sets of 3 where I did not get out more than 2 aura, and I run 10. It was just bad luck. But everybody that beat me was top 32. One of them was top 8. So I lost to good people.
That's a respectable run, and we can all relate to the resource problem. Like that is when you said it, I felt it go through my soul. I feel you.
First or last, Stacks. How did you get a shirt custom printed with your name on it?
1 of 1, baby.
And
I googled
$500. Stacks, I will give you $5,500 for that shirt right now. It's a 1 of 1.
56.
It is a 1 of 1. It's an XL. I can send it to you.
Oh, too bad.
Won't fit him.
I need an XLT. Sorry.
Gosh, extra large T-shirt jokes. $5,500 jokes. What's the other running one on this podcast? It's been a day, guys.
Stacks to 1K, dude.
I'm in.
Cool.
Are you going to all the towers, or are you going to guess the Earth one? Where do you stop?
I'm currently trying to find a couch to sleep on for Earth Tower. New York's tough. New York is really tough.
This is easy. If you have a couch for Stacks to sleep on in New York, and you're not a murderer, you're not a murderer, put a comment below. If you are a murderer, just don't comment. It's cool.
Don't comment on this. General rule: if you're a murderer, don't comment on this podcast.
No, that's not true. I don't care. No.
Murderer, not murderer. I don't care.
Algorithm above all else. Let's go.
But like, if you have a couch for Stacks to sleep on, not a murderer, put a comment below.
Hit me up.
I got a question for George. When are you going to sponsor Stacks? What are you doing? Compete Sports Finest.
Compete Sports, like a hotel room?
I think Compete Sports should sponsor a hotel room.
Yeah, no, I want a whole jersey.
I mean,
are you willing to wear a MetaZoo with you T-shirt for a hotel room?
I already have one. I should have worn it tonight.
Okay, all right.
Are you willing to wear a full F1 style bodysuit for a hotel room?
I want a 1 of 1 T-shirt.
I'll think on it. Yeah. That seems fair.
All right, boys. I think that's it.
Wow,
that's it.
Get off Stacks. Wow.
No. They're ending the podcast. It's an hour and 20 minutes in.
Wow, wow.
Stacks, we have fun. How dare we have fun with Louis' guest, George? How dare us?
Wow, this is brutal. You want to come on the Bone Zone next month, Stacks? We'll have a nicer conversation than this.
Yeah,
there's always a space for you on Hometown TCG, dude.
Thank you,
Stacks. What content are you gonna make based on your time?
On this podcast?
No.
Yeah, but don't answer that because this is it. I think this is it, fellas.
I'm closing it because every time I talk, I get talked over and somebody else asks a different question. So I can't even get a word in. So I'm just gonna end the podcast. That's what's gonna happen.
I can't say anything. Nobody can say anything. Louis George story.
Stacks.
I'm taking my ball and going home.
What content?
I can't believe he's still trying to talk.
What content are you gonna?
It's really
make?
embarrassing for him.
What content are you going to make as a result of the water tower? What content are you going to make on your channel in the next couple weeks?
I took like 30 seconds of footage, so I'll just plan to take a camera to the next one and do a little better. Don't expect anything from me for this one.
Gotcha.
What content will you make next
water
week?
Tower recap.
I got 30 seconds of it, so we'll see what I can do with that.
Listen, 30 seconds is a long time depending on who you ask, okay?
Okay, it's over. We're done. We're done. Oh, wow. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe to our channel or unsubscribe if you don't want to be part of it anymore. We get it.
It's cool. It's really cool either way.
Hit the like button.
Wait, don't unsubscribe for me. What?
Hit the like button on your way out. Go subscribe to Stacks' channel. It's pinned. Go subscribe to Josh's channel. It's not pinned, but it's Hometown TCG. Go make sure that you buy things from George's non-existent. Go buy things from George at GameGrove.gg, everyone.
GamerGrove. GamerGrove.gg.
GameGrove.
Oh my God, is GamerGrove.gg available? Wait a minute.
Probably.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Remember to be kind to the people around you, and may this.
Wait, hold on. I have another question for Sax. Another question for Sax. Sax, how stupid is .gg's?
.gg's, is that a website domain?
Thank you. No further questions. And may the zoo be with you too, Louie.
And also with you, dude.